When you go out sailing, the first thing you want to do is check the weather. If you neglect to do this, you're going to be asking for way more trouble than I care to mention. You need to know what the conditions are going to be like. Are they going to get better? Are they going to deteriorate? You need to have this knowledge. Some forecasts will give you a number ranging from 0 to 12. This is the Beaufort Scale system. What does it mean? I'm going to tell you right now.
Sailing virgins. Yeah.
The Beaufort Scale is a scale which has been used to describe the weather conditions, the waves, the wind speeds, and how strong or how weak things are going to be, so you can decide if it's a good day for you to go out sailing or if you need to avoid going out on your boat today. Windy has this, local weather stations are going to have this. Sometimes when the Coast Guard gives the weather conditions over the VHF, they might use this scale. For example, they might say 9 to 10, force 5, increasing to 6 or 7 later on. Or they might give midday, force 8, gradually decreasing by 9 p.m. to a force 4. Force 0. This is actually a very unique phenomena. It's quite rare to see. It's when you have not a breath of wind in the air. The sea is flat, calm, like glass, like a mirror. Sometimes when you see it, if you're fortunate enough to witness this, which I've seen a handful of times in my life, it's so unique, it's so amazing how the sea is so much like a glass. You cannot tell the difference between the sea and the horizon. It's truly phenomenal. Force 1, light air. You're talking 1, 2, perhaps 3 knots of wind. Still not good for sailing whatsoever. Water skiing, wake surfing, going super fast in a motorboat, amazing. Sailing, not so much. Force 2, you're looking at a light breeze here, 2 to 6 knots of wind. Not really going to get you anywhere quick. You're going to be going along super slowly, very light winds. Still not great for sailing, better for power boating. Force 3, gentle breeze, 7 to 10 knots of wind. You're going to be able to start sailing in a little dinghy, yeah, perfect. On a bigger catamaran like this, you're still not really going to be going anywhere super substantially. And a nice light boat is what we call champagne sailing. You're going to be cruising along, going nice and slow, no dramatic, full sails, glass of champagne, lovely but very slight sailing. Force 4, moderate breeze. Talking maybe 10 to 15 knots of wind. You're going to be sailing now on a nice light monohull. You're going to be cruising along, nice and beautiful. Full sails, wonderful sailing conditions. Force 5, fresh breeze. Maybe 15, 16, 17 knots of wind. It's starting to get sporty now. When people start sailing in these conditions, you get a nice heel over if you're on a monohull. You're moving along nicely. This is where people start to fall in love with sailing. You get a beautiful heel, things start to get a little exciting, but nothing too dramatic is happening. You're still probably at full sails, cruising along beautifully. Force 6, strong breeze. You're looking at just over 20 knots of wind here. You might start to get sporty. You're probably thinking putting a reef in. You're beginners, maybe getting a little nervous. Oh, big breeze coming along. Some beginners maybe getting seasick. But for people who love sailing, this is amazing conditions. Nice bit of a heel, wonderful. Force 7, high winds. We're looking at touching 30 knots here. Really, 30 knots? If I'm sat at home looking out at 30 knots, do I really want to be going out in that? I'm going to want some decent crew with me because things can get a little scary fairly quickly, especially if people don't know what they're doing. You slip a wind, people don't know what's going on. This is sporty sailing. If you do go out, you want to make sure you got some crew that know what they're doing and are confident on the lines. Force 8, gale. I wouldn't want to be going out in a gale. I've probably been caught out in a gale a couple times. As long as you're confident and you know what you're doing and you're confident in your skill set, you can probably handle a Force 8 pretty fine. But you're going to have your reefs in, and people who are new to sailing are going to find this very terrifying. Force 9, strong gale. We're talking in the 45 knots of wind region here. I ain't going out in that. Certainly not with beginner crew. Absolutely no way. If I'm caught out in a Force 9, I'm looking at the next marina, the next bay to go to and find some shelter ASAP, because your boat's going to be flying everywhere. You'll hear the wind screeching on the rigging. It's going to get very, very terrifying here at a Force 9. Force 10, we're looking at a storm here, 50 knots of wind. Don't want to be getting caught out in a storm, absolutely hell no. If you get caught out in a Force 10, you've done some mistakes in your planning. This is where things get pretty terrifying, even for experienced sailors on a boat like this. Hell no am I going out in a Force 10. Force 11, violent storm. If you're caught out in this, you're going to be worrying about the boat capsizing, things are going to start breaking, hell is going to start breaking loose, and it is terrifying. Force 12, if you're out there, you're going to be thinking you're going to die. You got your life jackets on a long time ago back in the Force 8, Force 9 region. The life jackets are definitely going on. Force 12 is a hurricane and just forget it. Anyway, I hope that round off of the Beaufort Scale system helps you and gives you a better understanding of what the scale system means and gives you a new way to understand the weather forecast given to you.
So right now we have this boat passing us. I'm going to wave to them, but they're looking a little sloppy. The number one rule is to always look good. You see they haven't pulled their jib up all the way. Their mainsail is swinging about. They haven't even tied down their mainsail. Sometimes it's nice to bring the halyard down and tighten it so the lines aren't swinging around. And the number one rule, especially if you're coming into a nice place, is to always look good. Remember that, always look good.
Awareness, but of who? You think you hurt me, but I promise I was letting you. They say we're all one, but where have we been heading to? I'd rather die free than have to live inside a petting zoo. I am the journey that I'm getting to.
Okay, this is one of the coolest islands we sail to, St. Bart's.
Very luxurious island with a lot of great restaurants and shops and hopefully a pretty exciting nightlife. So we're all excited to spend the day on St. Bart's and end the day of education and have some rest and relaxation.
Silent